Your girl, Miss Info, just trying to survive this conversation with the game here in LA, his hometown. I'm on his home turf, so who knows what's going to happen. We're here for the BET Awards in the radio room, and anytime that I speak to you, I never know what to expect.
She's touching my muscles, by the way. You might as well slide down now like a float. Yeah, there you go.
All right, first of all, you do seem like you've been working out.
I've been working out.
And we've seen you shirtless in this video with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, kill him.
So let me ask you a question. During that video shoot, were you aroused?
You talking about did my thing pop up?
Yes.
Did my soul just stand at attention? Yeah, it did. It did.
Seriously?
That's Nicki Minaj, man. She got a big old ass, man.
Did it make contact?
It touched me.
Oh, God.
You know, Nicki Minaj and, her,
Did she back it up on it?
She backed it up.
You're lying.
I don't got to lie, man. You acting like I'm some ugly dude from that ain't, muscular and chicks don't dig me. Yeah, she backed it up.
Not even just for the camera, but just because.
We was just doing what we had to do to get the video done, and it just so happened that she backed it up, man.
And you weren't professional enough to keep it
professional?
down.
I'm not.
Keep it down.
No, I'm not professional. I'm incompetent at everything I do.
So let's talk about, first of all, that verse on the Chiraq.
Which was the illest verse on the Chiraq.
It was incredible. And she also mentioned that, too, that you murdered that verse.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are torn because, on the one hand, they kind of want to hate you.
Yeah, you can't hate me, though. I'm 16 million in the hole. It's too late. It's my 12th year existing in hip-hop.
But then you put out that next record where you're talking crazy and throwing poor Frank Ocean into the mix.
Frank Ocean ain't poor. He getting money out of it.
Okay, it's the wrong word. But please walk me through the thought process when you're making that song and that video.
It was a night where I was angry. I don't even remember. I was in Miami. It was just an angry night. I don't remember what I was angry at, but
you had seen the XXL cover and you were just pissed off?
I made that song last August, which is crazy. It just makes sense. And you know what's crazy when people get twisted? I didn't say a specific XXL cover. There's been 12 that I've seen. All I said was your freshman cover, a whole bunch of soft dudes, which could have been anyone.
Oh, so you weren't even referring to the one.
Nah, but it went perfect because I had the little whole Chiraq joint popping off. So I thought about it, and my homeboy Stat was like, yo, you should put out bigger than me because it makes sense. So we did.
So not only were you angry about a different freshman cover,
but
it still applied to this year's one and actually applied even more.
That's
because
hip-hop is now mathematics.
I think what that actually proves is that you're always mad about every other cover unless you're on it.
I need to be on I need to be a freshman forever. That's how ill my bars are.
Well, that's actually says something about being hungry, staying motivated.
I'm not even hungry no more. I'm full. I'm just working.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want anybody else to have some?
No.
And then when it comes to the Frank Ocean line, which I
one day,
about.
Hey, Info, one day,
yes,
I'm going to come to you and you only, and I'm going to give you a rundown of all the things that no one else knows. And
Please.
I guarantee you, it will be the most listened to, talked about thing on radio. I'm almost there. I'm probably 18 months from an explosion.
How good is your memory? Are you like an elephant? You hold things forever?
My memory is pretty cool, but I also write things down.
So you have like a shit list.
Yeah, if that's what you call it.
Musically, what are you working on right now?
Musically, I got a Blood Money project that's on E1 dropping September 16th, which Bigger Than Me is the street single off of that. We're about to drop the radio single Monday. When y'all get it, play it. I'll holler at Ebro about it, force it, And I'm working on a documentary too. Back in the studio with Dre, so that's going to probably drop in January. So I'm working on multiple albums. Then I got a joint album I'm working on with Ed Sheeran that's about halfway done.
So I heard this story a long time ago about how Ed Sheeran is like the biggest Game super fan, and that he like literally fanned out over you, and then you brought him into the studio.
He rode a bike to the studio.
A bicycle, not even a motorcycle.
He worked for about $15 million. He rode a mountain bike to the studio from I don't know where he came from. In New York, you might could ride your bike. In L.A., everything's spread out. He came from
it must have been miles and miles and miles.
He came from Hollywood, to the Valley on a bike. So with the guitar on his back.
Did you know who he was? Don't lie. Did you know who he was? You had no idea.
I had no idea who Ed Sheeran was before he
stepped into your room.
Exactly. But now I know, and he's amazing.
and he's super huge.
Yeah, he's huge.
But that's like a different world for
He
you.
sold out to Staples Center.
Yeah. So do you feel like do you tone it down, or do you give him full on crazy game, or do you are you like that mild mannered game that we see sometimes?
You know what, man? He's a very, very cool guy, so I tone it down a little bit. And but when I step in the booth, I got to do me, and that's what we wanted, was for his world to meet mine and sort of collide and make like beautiful music.
What was the thing that he said that you were the most surprised about?
The first, he said that at his house that he had every single game mixtape and album since the beginning of my career.
I mean,
Crazy.
that's insane.
Yeah, if you think about it.
On a personal level, you're swinging single now?
On a personal level, I am single now, and I'm kind of cool, and I'm not really trying to jump into nothing. I'm just chilling. Yeah.
Okay. Not actively searching, but just kind of
I'm just chilling.
resetting.
They kind of trick. Women they fall out the sky.
It's that easy
That was
for
3
you.
right there.
It's that easy for you. You don't have
Yeah.
to, no Tinder. You don't have to go on Tinder.
Nah,
Okay, Cupid.
It's usually like, hey, we should know each other, and then there you go.
I mentioned this on the air. Your former collaborator, 50 Cent,
G-Unit's back.
G-Unit is
Back together.
which I'm very excited about.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also love that Young Buck is sounding really, really good.
Mm-hmm. It's dope.
But for Fifth, he said something recently about how, when it comes to you rejoining G-Unit or something like that, it probably wouldn't happen because he thinks that you are bipolar
I
and
think he
unstable.
bipolar,
Interesting.
which is why we even worked together in the first place.
And actually, that might make for even better music.
I think that 50 is very, very rich.
Okay.
I think he doesn't need to make music if he doesn't want to. It's like Dr. Dre. It's like you don't have to. I think that I got enough things going in my life, and I've saved enough money to where I don't even have to make music. I think it's dope that he allowed Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo to go out and stack chips. You know what I'm saying? And he's out there with them, and he's doing stuff to keep them going. I think that's dope. I think as separate entities, we would be okay if I never, reunited with G-Unit. If it happened, I think, that would be dope. But, I mean, I'm straight.
Right.
I'm good.
But I think that on some level, just on a pure musical level, it would be incredible because of what you guys did in the past and what you guys probably could do.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
You never know. Miss Info. You'll be reporting on it, that's for sure.
I'm waiting
first
for
to
it
the punch.
and supporting it. But I think that what I mentioned on the air was that even him saying that you are, mentally all over the place and bipolar, I feel like that's something that you say all the time about yourself and that you own that.
It's like a duh moment. A duh, yeah.
And that's actually not a diss at all.
Hey, but nah, so at the end of the day, and I shouted out 50 on Bigger Than Me.
I know.
I know? You like
It was
that. So
crazy.
look at your face. It's like you're
I
seeing
was
a high
happy
school
about
boyfriend
that.
or something.
I was happy about that.
You know
I
what,
want
man?
everybody to get along.
We'll say, since we're talking to, people in New York, we'll say that Game thinks it was a dope idea for 50 to get Banks, Buck, and Yayo back out there. And I seen the picture, and I actually thought that was real dope.
Absolutely. Do you think that he also needed it?
He needed it?
Yeah.
Again, 50 don't need nothing.
Okay.
And hey, Power. Power's a good show.
Yep.
Another reason why 50 don't need nothing.
The Game is like such a...
I watched this show.
Yeah, he's a
Amari
magnanimous...
Hardwick, man,
Yeah,
he's getting it in. He's he doing his thing on the show. I watched the show.